Mike's Daily Podcast.
Hey, it's FF episode 2324. It's Mike Matthews. Look who's here today, everybody, in the show called Mike's Daily Podcast. Hey, everybody, look at someone. Can I use your real name?
Sure you can.
Here it is. His name is Blaine.
Nope, that's my middle name. My middle name is Wayne, but people usually call me Ken.
It's Ken Wayne Shepherd. How are you, Kenny Wayne Shepherd, the great blues guitarist person?
Doing good, Mike. Thank you for having me on today.
Mike's Daily Podcast. Actually, it's Ken, everybody. Oh, I guess they got that.
I think they did.
But Mike's, I'm clear now. Daily with that.
That's wonderful.
Are you still doing your podcast?
No, not at the moment.
Oh. Huh.
On a hiatus.
Okay. Hiatus. Is there somebody named Atus? And you say hi to him? This is how this podcast is going to be today, everybody.
We're already starting out with a bang.
We're starting off with the dad jokes.
I love it. Oh my gosh. So I told you I was in wine country over the weekend.
Hawaiian country?
Wine country.
Sorry. I've got some poi in my ears. Don't ask me how it got there. It's weird phrasing. Go ahead.
But anyway, the guy at the one of the wineries we were hanging out at, he had 1 million dad jokes.
Oh.
I think I told you this before.
But he apparently had a weird way of delivering them, didn't he?
Yes, he was very...
dry?
Very dry. It seemed like he was very timid as he said them because he wasn't sure if we would be accepting to them. But I was laughing the entire time because I already had some wine in my system and I had the giggles.
Were you the only one laughing?
Yes. I find dad jokes very appealing.
Here's a thought for everyone that I didn't say in the last show, and that is I was recently watching news radio. Do you remember the old TV show about the radio world? And here's today's podcast picture. It's not of a radio. I think it's going to be a picture from Dallas, Texas, on my trip.
Oh, that's right. Did you you talked about that in your last podcast?
I did. I've said some things about it, like going to Six Flags over Texas and
wonderful.
Eating a lot of fries. We were so hungry. And so we sent one of my lovely lady friends' cousins to get us some food. And somehow we ended up with like 5 plates full of fries.
Well, everything's bigger in Texas.
But bumps, dad joke. Oh, wow, your microphone just nearly...
It just fell on me.
Attacked you. And you never met him, but the late, great Basil the Boxer would have attacked you, but with a happy lick.
Oh, is he barking right now?
He's barking right now. That's him.
Good,
Basil. What happened, though, news radio with David Foley, Phil Hartman, and there's a very young Joe Rogan on that show that I completely forgot about that.
That's right, yeah.
Did I mention? I did mention that on a previous podcast. I don't know.
Well, we had spoken about it.
Oh, that's true.
Back in the late 80s and early 90s, there were shows about radio.
Yes.
And movies, rather.
WKRP in Cincinnati.
Right. Talk radio with, who's the guy's name?
Eric
Bogosian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Alec Baldwin's in that.
Right. And John C. McGinley. From Scrubs.
It's from Scrubs. Which character did he play in Scrubs?
I think it was Dr. Cox.
Was that the angry guy?
Yeah, he was one of the angry guys, but yeah, he's the one who always kept calling Zach Braff like women names every day.
Oh, okay.
Nancy.
Did you?
Not Kathy.
Not Karen.
Not Karen. Well, I probably did call him Karen actually.
Did you know that's a Halloween costume this year is dressing like a Karen?
Oh wow! So what is it like? The blonde hair with like highlights, and it's like glued onto one side, and it's all spiky, or you got to wear like sunglasses with awful low-cut shirts and bedazzled all over.
Thank you for that great idea. And then there's the male version, Chad.
Oh, Chad, yeah, he wears like golf shirts and khaki shorts and boat shoes.
Wow.
With sunglasses on top of his head, or maybe a visor.
Ah.
Yeah. that's pretty much that. I feel like a lot of people are going to dress up for Squid Game.
Oh, that's true.
You know, with the triangle face mask or the square mask.
Yeah.
Or, you know, maybe they'll just dress up as one of the contestants that wear the, it was like a jumpsuit. A lot of people are buying the Vans slip-on, the white slip-on.
That they have in the show.
Because they wear them in the show, so a lot of people have bought those shoes. Good for Vans.
Wow, Vans. Vans took a chance. They took a chance on Squid Games. Da, 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 da.
ABBA.
Hey, no, we were going to do AC/DC. Remember Brian Johnson? We were going to do it. Capture murder.
Man, he had a lot of power in those pipes and he's only like, what, 5'7"?
Shook me. Oh, no. Yeah, you took me. Oh, no. You took me.
Is he back with them? I thought he was.
I think he's not doing too well. Wasn't that?
Yeah, I don't know if he's back because I know Axl Rose was filling in for a while.
To do that voice, I do. I pretend I'm a cat coughing off a hairball. Oh, you took me. Okay.
There's a lot.
Black. I hate this.
Halloween's coming up, Mike. Are you gonna dress up though?
I am thinking. I never come up with good costumes ever. I'm the worst at that.
I haven't dressed up for Halloween in like 15 years. I'm 33.
Oh, you didn't have a childhood?
No, I did. I said I haven't dressed up in 15 years.
Oh, okay.
I used to be a vampire every year.
I listened to that podcast, that Mornings with Maria you did, where you were talking about wearing costumes.
Yes.
Like a year ago.
Oh, yeah. And my first costume, it was about my first costume. My mom had to scramble because she didn't have anything prepared. And it was like a cat costume, a white cat costume that you buy like
Hey, Chuck me. That's a cat.
Kmart or something. And it was like all plastic. It was awful. Meanwhile, you got Supergirl and like Spider-Man and the same picture with me, and I'm a cat. Just a regular cat.
We're outside a cafe anyway now, somewhere in
nice.
Podcastro Valley, Mont, the last place on earth. Cats. Oh, so quickly here, we were discussing earlier about, I read a lot of articles from the Costco Connection. That's my plug. But my slug is that I can never get to the Costco Connection. And Costco. And Ken and I were discussing this and going, yeah, we never can make it over there. We got memberships. We pay the, 50, 60, whatever bucks it is a year. Yeah. And we never make it over there.
But then when you go, you feel like, all right, I know why it's worth it now. But
yeah.
Right. But you said you were going to try to make it out tomorrow.
I'm going to try tomorrow. So that means probably no podcast, everybody.
Oh.
So sad. So there was this website, checkbook.org, and they say, which grocery stores offer the best prices and quality in the Bay Area?
Oh, boy.
It says Whole Foods appears to have lowered its prices since the Amazon buyout, but it remains one of the area's most expensive grocery chains.
Of course. Like, you buy steak there, it's like $25, like, for one. I mean... Yeah,
our price surveys always found that it charges whole paycheck prices.
Yeah, right.
And then the Amazon Prime discounts don't add up to much with Whole Foods.
Yeah, I've used it. Whenever I go to Whole Foods, I use my wife's, and it does not...
Doesn't help much.
You get like 20 cents off. You're like, wait a minute.
Grocery outlet, Winco. Do you have a Winco near you? I don't have a Winco.
I don't even know what Winco is.
I think the only one I know, Winco, is out near Tracy. And that was when I was really into eating cereal. Oh, wait, I still am.
You eat that gravel for lunch.
I eat gravel, not granola, gravel. So they've got that loose, you can scoop it up.
Yeah. Okay.
So grocery outlet, Winco, Walmart, Foods Co.
Winco reminds me of Winn-Dixie, just the way.
Yes.
If you're ever from the South.
Winn-Dixie.
Just the way you said Win. I don't know.
That's right. Winn-Dixie.
So Food Co., Winco.
Foods Co. I don't think I've seen a Foods Co. Food Max. There's one just down the street.
Food Max doesn't look like very appealing.
Some of the what they sell are rotisserie chickens because they're affiliated with Safeway. So Safeway
really?
sells rotisserie chickens, right?
Yeah.
and if nobody buys them, they send them over to Food Max, and then Food Max.
So you're getting second-rate Safeway chicken,
and then they're cold. It's cold Safeway chicken, yes.
Oh, wow.
At Food Max,
Wait,
and
it's
it's
not
slightly
even heated
cheaper.
up under the lamp?
No, they've got it in the cold section, so that's kind of weird.
Wait, so it was heated up. Okay, hold on. Let me just make sure I get this right. It was heating under a lamp at Safeway. They take it out from under the
Because nobody bought it.
Because nobody bought it, and then they send it over to Food Max. And Food Max sells it cold.
Right.
I feel like that's very that's
at a discount.
That's dangerous. Yeah, you're paying for the there's a lot of risk involved.
So this article says those places I just mentioned, and Target, were the price winners.
Oh, I like Target. Target actually has name brand stuff. And
I used to shop at Target.
I love Target.
The first, when I moved to Alabama, Target in California wasn't selling food yet, but in Alabama they were, and they had a huge grocery section, and that's all we shopped at when I lived in Huntsville.
I feel like it's like a better version of Walmart.
Yeah.
You have everything you need, and I don't know. I feel like it's just better quality. But again, you probably pay the same amount you would,
Checkbook.
According to this, right?
Checkbook.org says grocery outlet, Walmart, Food Max, Target, Winco. They were the price winners. Many families could save $1,350 to more than $3,000 per year shopping there. Grocery outlet. You ever been to a grocery outlet?
Who wants to go?
Grocery outlet, they're all over in the Bay Area.
I've heard of those. But who wants to go to an outlet store that's for groceries?
It says offers a somewhat odd assortment of steeply discounted surplus national brand products, offered prices that were about 30% lower than the average at all stores that they surveyed. Winco was the other big saver with prices 29%. So you got 30% lower and 29% lower. You do the math!
Well,
and here's where you're going to spend more, apparently. Lucky, Nob Hill, Berkeley Bowl. Did you ever go to Berkeley Bowl?
no, but Lucky is terrible.
Oh.
Well, at least the one I've been to.
Rayleigh's,
Rayleigh's is not great either, but they're better than Lucky.
Safeway,
Yeah.
Pack and Save Foods, Lunardi's.
I like Lunardi's. You do pay a decent price there, though. But
And
they have a lot of diverse stuff at their
Draeger's Market, and Molly Stone's. There's a Molly Stone's like in Sausalito. That's the only Molly Stone's I know. It's very nice. You walk in, it's beautiful.
How come we don't have a
Angels
Vons?
are singing. It's
Have you ever heard of Vons in Southern California? Isn't that like a big one?
It is Vons. Oh gosh, I remember
People love
Vons.
Vons. Why don't they have Vons up here?
My mom hated Vons. She said, "I'd rather go to."
We're talking about Vans, and now we're talking about Vons.
But you know what? There's Vons and Ralph's in Southern California.
Oh, yes,
Ralph's
I've heard
is
of
slightly
Ralph's.
better. Yeah.
Oh, really?
But Vons, I think, is cheaper.
See, that's like out east where I'm from. We have like I think it was called Wall Bombs. I can't remember the name of it, but it was like a Vons or something like that.
And that was where?
In New Jersey.
Called Wall Bombs?
Mm-hmm. That's like a nice grocery store.
Is that bomb as in B-A-U-M?
B-A-U-M-S,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm. Wall bombs.
Okay, not like bombs you stick in a wall and blow them up.
No, not like those. I know they should maybe think about a name change.
How's he doing over there in the other room? Is he okay? I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried. He hasn't been on the show in a long time. Okay, two more eye-opening things about shopping, and I bring all this up because you should buy healthy foods, and I want you to spend local and spend less money.
Farmers markets.
And don't go out as much because you never know when you go out and eat what they're putting in there. It's like so much.
And don't waste food.
And don't waste food.
I hate wasting food.
Oh, me too.
Like I'm getting angry right now thinking about it.
I am too. I'm furious. So my lovely lady friend, we got these two feral cats that we're feeding, and she will waste the cats won't eat it, and then she'll just throw it out. I'm like, no, save it for later. Maybe they'll want a snack.
You know what you could do? What my wife does whenever we'll give them like half a can of something.
Because you have two cats, yeah.
Yes, I have two cats and they eat a lot because they're like the size of dogs. But we'll put it in like a Ziploc bag, like the can in like a Ziploc bag.
Oh, that's smart.
And then stick it in the fridge for like the next day. So at least it stays fresh. It's not like sitting out. And then you can just take it, give it to them from there.
Excellent suggestion. That's
but yes, shop local and Buy local produce.
Okay, shopping you haven't been to Grocery Outlet, but they're all over. You'll see it tonight when you're driving home. You'll go, oh, that's what Mike was talking about. Shoppers using Grocery Outlet will have to shop at more than one place because it offers few options. The location they shopped at carried only about 1/4 of the items in our
That's
basket.
how I feel about Sprouts.
And compared to other large metro areas, check this out, the Bay Area has more low-priced grocery options. That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Well, that's good.
All right, I pulled all that from checkbook.org. Thank you. All of the Lucky's and Safeway's prices were about the same. Oh, that's interesting. I always thought Safeway was a little cheaper. Berkeley Bowl rated high for fresh produce quality and also had very low produce prices. Oh, if you want to get produce then, and you're near Berkeley, go to Berkeley Bowl. Sprouts Farmers Market offers very low produce prices. And dang. Okay, thank you, checkbook.org. Hey, we're outside a cafe anyway, somewhere in Podcastro Valley, Mont, the last place on earth. Look who is here.
Hello, my classmates. It's Chely Shoehart, gift shop supervisor. Hey, Ken, how are you today?
Hey, Chely, what's going on?
I'm all right. I wish I could get out of here, though, because I'm waiting forever for Tom to send me an email. He never sends me an email. I need the email. Mike Matthews.
Who's Tom?
Tom's this guy.
Oh, interesting. I don't know what she's got going. It might have something to do with her gift shop.
Yeah, right. What is she selling? The snow globes?
I sell snow globes.
What about are you doing anything for Halloween? Any Halloween-themed snow globes?
They look like little pumpkins.
Oh.
That's what I'm getting from Tom.
Nice.
Ah, he's your supplier for all that stuff. Okay. And look who else is here. Oh, Mike, this is Floyd the Floorman. And this is John Deere, the engineer. Hey, Ken, I hear you hate Floyd the Floorman's voice. Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm just going to get over myself with Floyd the Floorman. He just has a really high-pitched voice, and I just have to get used to that, don't I?
Do you have misophonia?
What is that? Misophonia?
It was the name of a previous podcast I did with lovely lady friend was on, and it's those sounds that you don't like that cause you like that.
It sounds like
don't make fun of me.
What was that?
He's offended.
What was that? That cartoon, Bill?
That's
That's how you sound. That's what
no!
Yeah, that's what
Is that what I sound like?
that's what it reminds me of.
It's Mr. Bill.
Mr. Bill. I hated that.
I hate him.
That claymation.
Mike, in the show. Okay, thank you for listening to the show. You can chime in about anything we talked about. 336MM Daily, 3 + 3 = 6. MM is in Mike Matthews Daily, as in what this podcast has been for a couple of days. It was episode 2324. It's like you're saying two numbers, and then it's going up in the amount of the number as you're counting upwards.
Well put.
That's what it was. Next show, it'll be the wonderful Benita, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, and the Brewmaster. I'm talking much too quickly.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com.
Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com.
See you tomorrow. Bye!